Good morning. This is Greg the Window Doctor, and we're going to have a class on 101 windows. What exactly does that mean? Well, there's a lot of different terms and terminologies about windows that you may not know that might be helpful to you if you're in the process of going about trying to purchase some new windows for your home. So let's take a second and look at some basic terms that will help you in this process. If you'll notice, here's a sample of a window. And every single window manufacturer must send their windows to the National Fenestration Rating Council. And it's an independent government agency that basically grades that window on a number of different areas. So every company gets graded on the exact same criteria. Now, one very important thing that we need to understand before I actually show you the numbers is this. Normally, if you're in school and you get 100 on a grade, Mom and Dad's going to be real happy with you. But in this situation, you would flunk because the highest is 100 is the worst, and 1 would be the absolute best. And that's important that you know that so that when you look at these numbers, you can understand. Okay? So let's look a little bit about kind of current windows that you may have now. Most people today have aluminum windows in their home. They're builder-grade aluminum windows. And they're typically going to have about 3/8 of an inch gap with aluminum spacer and aluminum frame. They have a solar heat gain of about 76, which means you're only getting about 24% of the sun from coming into your house. The other number we're going to look at is U factor. Now, U factor has to do with the window's ability to keep the heat in your house in the winter months. So obviously that can be important to us in Dallas, Texas, but probably not as important as it would be if somebody was living in Fargo, North Dakota, right? And the third number is VT, visible transmittance. And this is the amount of light that comes through the window. So those are the three things: solar heat gain, U factor, and visible light transmittance. Now, if what I told you is true, that from a 1 to 100, 100 being the worst, and your current windows are about 76, what is an Energy Star rated window? An Energy Star rated window is a window that has about a 40 as its solar heat gain number, meaning, of course, that it's keeping out about 60% of the heat that's wanting to come into your house. Okay, would that be good? Well, it's a lot better than 76, wouldn't you agree? So that was a technology that was available about 7 or 8, 9 years ago. That was the standard. A couple of years ago, they came out with another one, which is called low emissivity, and had 2 coats of low emissivity on it. They could actually bring that number down to about a 30. Today's standard is much better than that. If you'll look, the solar heat gain on this is 20, which is one of the very best numbers in the industry, meaning it's keeping at least 80% of the sun from coming into your house. The U factor is 29, which is good for the South because we only have about 3 months of winter, if that. But again, if I was living up far north, then I'd want that U factor to be as low a number as I could possibly get it. Now, the last number is visible light transmittance. The more clear the glass is, the higher that number is going to be, because the more light it's letting come through. The more energy efficient it is, the more coats of low emissivity you have on it, the lower that number is going to be. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're looking at the windows, is that they will have a slight tint to the windows that you have. Well, this is Greg the Window Doctor signing off, and I hope this understanding of the terms has helped you. Next, we're going to look at what different kind of windows are out there. Good day.